What's up? Welcome back. So in one of my recent YouTube videos that I uploaded, I went ahead and I asked you guys what should be the next interior mod I get on my car. And a lot of you guys are saying I should go ahead and pick up a set of aftermarket boots. So this is the set I picked up. I picked up off AliExpress and this was so cheap. I think it was literally like $6. And it basically just gonna swap this part and then this boot over here. And then basically all you need to get the job done is going to be some zip ties and I believe just a flathead. And then that's all you really need. But so with all that being said, let's just head on straight into the install. First, we're going to be tackling the shifter boot. So what you have to do first is just pull up at the shifter boot. And this is basically going to be the same process for the automatic and the manual, boys. But basically all you're going to have to do is just pull up at it like this. And then this will pop out. And then depending if you guys have an E46 that has like the light indicator inside the shifter, there's going to be a cable that runs down. So you have to disconnect that cable. But then for our case, for the automatic boys, we're just going to disconnect these cables over here and then the one over there as well. So now the next thing we're going to have to do is take off the shifter level. So for the automatic boys, you're going to switch your key on to ignition. And then you want to make sure your handbrake is up as well, just so the car doesn't start rolling. But basically all you're going to have to do is hold this and then pull up. And then it should just pop out. Let me see if I can do it with one hand. But oh yeah, see, it just came out like that. And basically for the manual boys, it's gonna be the exact same thing, except you're not gonna have a button to press. You just basically have to pull it up and out the way. All right, so now that I have this boot in my hands, basically for the automatic boys, it's basically like this little trim piece that holds this boot into this trim piece, like this whole trim piece. And basically it like runs around over here. So basically all you have to do is push these little clips in and then you push it towards the outside and then this boot should come out. But you'll also want to be very careful because this plastic trim is super flimsy and then you're also gonna have to reuse it for the new boot. So you have to be very careful and try to preserve it to the best you can. All right, so now that I pulled this plastic trim piece out, guys, I swear to God, this plastic trim piece is so flimsy. Like I took my time with it and I ended up breaking the two top ones. Like it's so flimsy. But yeah, anyways, after you have that out, this is basically just glued on, like the boot is glued onto the trim piece. So now you have to just grab your flathead and kind of just like pick it off slowly, little by little, and then you can take the boot off the little plastic trim piece. So now that I have the boot off, this is basically what it looks like. And then all I'm gonna do now is basically just wrap the new boot around it. And then I also want to set it up in a manner where the stitching is like obviously lined up and straight when I'm looking at it from like the driver's seat. All right guys, so this is basically what it looks like now. And basically in terms of attaching it, I basically just wrapped it around that little like frame plastic piece. And then I basically just stuck it in and it holds it in pretty good. And basically you just want to make sure you go past the frame holder like a little bit, just so it's thin enough for the boot to stick in there really good. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try to replicate the OEM boot, which is basically this part over here at the very end. It's kind of just like rolled inwards. So I'm going to try my best to just roll this inwards and then we're going to put this back on and then put the shift lever back on as well. So basically now, after I rolled that part in, I went ahead and I connected all my cables back up. And then I'm just gonna go quickly put this back into place. Remember, you want to put the front part in first. Just like that. And then push it in. Basically that's what it looks like. And now we're gonna put the shifter back on. So now to get the shifter lever back in, all you literally do is just put it back into place, push it all the way down till like basically can't feel it go down anymore, and then you should be good. So I basically just went ahead and quickly looked at it and it was looking a bit too funky. Like there was too much boot where it was looking a bit too weird. So basically what I did, I pulled it back out. And what I'm going to be doing now is that I'm going to be pulling much more of the boot into the trim. So then there's going to be much less boot to be like floating around over here. So it looks a bit better. And then after that, I basically just slapped on the shift lever. And basically that's how it looks now. And yeah, that looks so much better than the OEM shift boot. It just looks like much more newer and just cleaner, and overall just looks much nicer. So now that this one's done, we got to move on to the handbrake boot. And just a quick update for the carbon fiber center console. A couple days ago I actually ended up accidentally poking a hole in the wrap right here, and this literally made it like bubble up this whole corner section right here, and it just looks like really bad now. So I'm actually probably gonna go ahead, pull the center console out, and end up redoing the wrap sometime. But that's just a quick update to make sure you guys don't accidentally poke any holes in your wrap. So now, to get the handbrake boot done, all you're gonna have to do now is pull off this handle. So basically all you wanna do is just hold it and then pull straight up. But before you do that, you also wanna make sure that your boot is disconnected. So you just pull at it from the top. It should pop out like that. And then now you just wanna pull towards the outside and it should just come out. So now that we have the lever and the boot all out, the first thing you wanna do is disconnect the boot itself from this little trim piece. So again, all you want to do is like grab a flathead, or you could even just pull on it with your fingers. It's basically just glued on and you just want to peel it off. So now that I have this trim piece off, the next thing you want to do is detach the lever from the boot itself. So basically all you have to do is flip this boot inside out, and then you'll see a zip tie on the other side, and you just want to unhook the zip tie and basically just cut it, and then you'll get hold of the handle. After that, I went ahead and I got the new handle, and I basically just wrapped it around the trim piece, and it basically just looks like this. And then you also want to make sure that the stitching is centered from the back side, the side that's visible basically around here, just like that. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to flip this boot inside out again, so then I can zip tie this handle onto it. And the zip tie basically just goes around here, this part over here. So basically this is how it looks like. You basically just want to flip this inside out like that, and you want to make sure that the stitching goes to the top side of the handle, on the top side. And basically all you're going to want to do is when you push it in all the way, you're going to want to wrap a zip tie around the groove that's on the handle. So basically we're putting a zip tie right here. So now that's what it looks like with the zip tied on. Now I'm just going to flip this boot inside out, and then basically just click it back into place. So basically all we're going to be doing is grabbing the boot like this, and then basically slipping it on into place. It's hard to do this with one hand, but click the trim piece in, and then push this all the way back into place. All right, and after you push it into place, that's basically what it should look like. It's fully rested down right now, but if you pull it up, that's basically what it looks like. It does look so much better. Like, just the combination of the two, how they match now, it just looks so nice. The center console just looks so much better now. It is a lot cleaner. You guys are definitely right.
I don't wanna see you. I don't wanna fear you tonight. You don't wanna know me. You just wanna make sure you're right.
If you guys have any questions or comments, you can just leave them down below, and I've been more than happy to answer. And if you guys want to see more of my car, you can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. I'll leave it on the page right here. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.